All right. Believe we're live, right? I think we're good to go. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to today's stream. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Interesting title for today. If you don't expect it, how can you accept it? So we're going to talk about that today. Should be a good one. Let me see here. I'm going to send out a few notifications. We'll see who gets first in chat today. It looks like Luis is going to get first in chat. What's up, Luis? What's up, dude? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good day. All right, get those notifications sent out. What's up, Jay? Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome. Hope you're doing fantastic. What's up, B? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you guys, by the way, for showing so much love to the videos. I know you guys aren't used to the video format, but we've been doing a few videos here and there the past couple days, and you guys have been nothing but supportive of those, so I really appreciate it. What's up, Sarah? What's up, Migs? What's up, Wonder Bro? Not a whole lot, dude. We're going to knock this stream out. Yes, sir. Doing my best, not engaging at work. Love it. Love it. Well, welcome to the stream, Luis. 10:30 p.m. in the UK. It is about 5 in the evening for me. Lauren, what is up? Welcome, Lauren. We're going to get rolling in just a second, guys. Give it a few more minutes. Let some people join in. Send out another notification or two. And then we'll go ahead and get this one going. All right. What's up, Nav? Welcome, dude. Welcome. We're gonna get rolling in just a second, guys. If you don't expect it, how can you accept it? The topic of today's stream. All right. See how many people we got in here. I think we got a fair amount. We got enough to get started. What do you guys think? Go ahead and get started. What's up, Bic? 3 a.m. in India. Wow, okay. Yeah, it's only 5 in the evening for me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get this one rolling, shall we? So let's get this music out of here. There we go. If you don't expect it, how can you accept it? So we're just going to jump right into things here. If you don't expect it, excuse me, how can you accept it? Here, what's up, Ivan? Welcome to the stream. Here's what I'm getting at with that. If you don't expect it, how can you accept it? A lot of people, okay, there's several points I want to make, and I'm going to start with this one. A lot of people think doing the work feels nice, A. B, a lot of people feel like if they're doing the work, then there should be some level of comfort there, right? There should be some level of comfort there. And yeah, I think it really comes back to those two things. People think that the work feels or should feel in some way nice. It should feel comforting. So they don't go into each day expecting it. Now, I'm not saying you should go around being totally paranoid about when anxiety is going to strike and when these intrusive thoughts are going to come. But what I am saying is, if you don't expect the work to be tough, if you don't expect there to be tough emotions and uncomfortable feelings and being triggered and some of that panic and inner panic, if you don't expect that, you're going to go into the work thinking, okay, well, I'm only doing this work right if it feels good. I'm only doing this work right if it feels comfortable to me. I'm only doing this work right if it's linear. Right, which is a huge problem. If you come into doing the work without expecting that you're going to encounter symptoms, you're going to encounter maybe some panic, maybe some inner panic, intrusives. If you don't come into the work expecting that, then you're going to come into the work with the totally wrong mindset. Now, again, I'm not telling anybody that you should go around being paranoid about anxiety, about your symptoms. I'm saying you should go into it with the mindset of, okay, I'm supposed to feel this way. There's supposed to be uncomfortable symptoms. There's supposed to be this sense of inner panic. There's supposed to be these things that come and go. My mind is supposed to be giving me a ton of intrusive thoughts, and those intrusive thoughts are supposed to feel very real. You know, yada, yada, yada. You got to come into it with that, I expected this, right? I expected this to show up. I expected these symptoms to be here. I expected these intrusive thoughts to roll around in my head today and cause me a ton of anxiety. I expected to feel rough, right? But if you expect it, instead of being just so blindsided by it, like, oh my God, does this mean I'm doing something wrong? Or, oh my God, why is this happening? If you expect it, you take off so many different layers of unneeded suffering. If you expect it, you don't freak yourself out with things like, oh my God, I'm doing it wrong, or oh my God, this isn't supposed to be happening. Anytime you, and quote me on this, anytime you come into this with a mindset or attitude of, oh my God, this isn't supposed to be happening, you are telling the brain there's a problem. Right? You are absolutely telling the brain there's a problem. Anytime you have the mindset of this is not supposed to be happening, or this is an issue, this is a problem, you are telling the brain that there is a danger. So if you're not expecting it, if you're coming into this work thinking, oh, it's going to be smooth sailing and my symptoms should quiet down right away, my intrusive should go away right away, if you come into it with that attitude and you don't come into it with I expected this attitude, that leaves the door open for so much added second fear that it's ridiculous, right? When you've got the attitude and the mindset of, oh man, this should be easier, or my symptoms should be falling off, or this should not be happening. When you've got that attitude, you leave the door open to so much unnecessary added second fear. Whereas if you get slammed with symptoms or intrusive thoughts or any of these other, anxious things, and you have the attitude of, wait a minute, I expected this to happen. This is supposed to feel this way. It's supposed to feel like, I'm going to go crazy. It's supposed to feel like I'm on the edge of my seat. It's supposed to feel this scary. Like, it's supposed to feel like this. If you come into it with the attitude of this is supposed to be this way, you are closing the door to all that second fear that says things like, oh, where am I going wrong, and this is not okay, and this should not be happening. All of that is very nasty, nasty, nasty negative second fear. We've got to close the door to that nasty negative second fear, and the only way you can close the door to it is to expect it. Right? So for all the people who are waking up each day during the recovery and you've got this attitude of my symptoms should be responding to this or it shouldn't feel like this, that attitude's got to go. It's got to go, and it's got to be replaced with I expected this to happen. This is supposed to feel this way. I'm supposed to have these intrusives. I'm supposed to have these symptoms in my body. I'm supposed to feel this way, right? And that's okay. Because my work is to accept it. My work is to not get involved with negative second fear, which is worry and working yourself up, freaking yourself out, adding that rumination, so forth and so on. So you need to have that attitude. And I've got a mint in my mouth, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. You need to have that attitude of, I expected this to feel as difficult as it feels. You need to have that attitude of, I expected my mind to be on fire right now. You need to have that attitude of, I expected these symptoms to be on fire right now. I expected it, and now I'm not taken off guard by it. I'm not surprised by it. I understand that the work is supposed to feel like this, right? Imagine if you've got two people and one of them are telling themselves, hey, yeah, I feel rough. This is pretty intense, but I expected this. I know that the work is supposed to feel this rough. Wonderbro told me, and it's supposed to feel this rough, so I expected that. Imagine if you got that person, and you tell me, chat, you got that person, and then you got another person who's sitting there telling themselves, man, there's a problem here. It's not supposed to be this intense. There's something going on here. I gotta do something about this. Who do you think is going to be closer to practicing acceptance and closer to recovery as a whole? The person who's sitting there saying, I expected this, I know the work is supposed to feel like this, I know it's supposed to feel this tough, or the person who's sitting there saying, oh God, what's going on here? There's got to be some problem here. It's not supposed to feel like this. Which person do you think is going to be closer to recovery as a whole? The person who expected it and accepted it, or the person who has got all these wild ideas about how, oh, it's not supposed to feel like this, and it's not supposed to feel this intense, and who do you think is going to be closer to recovery as a whole, right? The person who comes into it with the attitude and mentality of, I expected this shit to go down like this, and that's okay because I'm doing the work. I expected it to be this tough, but that's okay because I'm doing the work. Doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong. It's supposed to feel tough. Anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. I know it's supposed to feel this way. That's okay, right? Who do you think, chat, is going to be closer to recovery as a whole. And I feel like this topic is a lot deeper than even what you might believe it is, because this runs pretty deep. There's a lot of people out there who's got this mentality of the work is supposed to feel super easy and I'm not supposed to be triggered. No, you're supposed to be triggered, right? You're supposed to be triggered. Just like Jody said, last night, this morning wasn't that great for me. I feel like I'm extra sensitive to everything and get triggered easily. But she's got a frowny face there. What needs to happen is I expected this. This is what it feels like to be in a tired nervous system. That's okay. I expected this. Yes, it's not comfortable, it's not fun, and it's really intense in certain moments, but that's okay. I expected this. This is a part of the process, right? See, this is the attitude you need to have. This is the inner voice you need to have. Not, oh my God, I'm so super extra sensitive and something's wrong and this is a problem and I'm getting triggered. No, you come into it with the attitude, I expected this, right? Okay, I'm going to work with this because I expected this to happen. Right? So that's the thing. That's the thing. You're coming into it with the attitude of, oh, I'm only doing the work if it feels hunky-dory. And that's just not going to get you there. That's not going to cut it. You got to come into it with the attitude of, yeah, I knew this was going to be tough. Yeah, this is supposed to happen. Right? Again, anytime you send a message to the brain that says this is not supposed to be happening, boom, you're triggering the nervous system. There's no doubt about it. So how do we go from sending the messages of this is not supposed to be happening to this is supposed to be happening? This stream right here, you start to understand that, yes, this is all a part of the process. Yes, I'm supposed to feel this intensely. Yes, these thoughts are supposed to be running wild. Yes, I'm supposed to be getting these intrusive thoughts and these bodily symptoms. That's how you go from telling the brain this is not supposed to be happening, which will set that brain off because you're telling it there's a problem. There's a problem here. That's how you go from that to this is supposed to be happening, right? Like Cassie says, I try to accept and try to just say that it's meant to be like this, carry on. When anxiety is really intense, then I break down and think something is wrong. So there's a bit of a tug of war there. There's some of your old negative crap, right, which is, oh my God, it's not supposed to be happening, blah, blah, blah. That's okay. That's okay. We just want to continue to practice building up this new attitude. So some of the old crap is going to be there. That's fine. That's fine. Some of the old crap is going to be there, but we want to build up the new attitude that says, I expected this. This is supposed to happen. It's okay that this is happening. No, I don't like it, and I'm not asking you to like it, but I expected this, right? So you're going to a place of neutral. That's really what it is. And again, you're not going to be perfect at that. You're going to have many ups and downs. You're going to have successes and failures and blah, blah, blah. There's really no difference. There's really no such thing as a failure as long as you continue to practice that right attitude. Can't the two main keys be simplified into one thing? Not worrying. Basically, live your life, right? We don't want to use compulsions. We definitely want to cut out compulsions, but live your life. If you're sitting in a corner using compulsions, that's not what we want to be doing. So live your life, right, which can be big or small. It doesn't matter. Just anything but anxiety compulsions, and stop the attitude of, oh my God, this thought is a problem. Oh my God, this feeling is a problem, right? And the only way you can do that is to continue to build up this new attitude of, I expected this. This is supposed to happen. This is how it works with the tired nervous system, right? So again, someone who expects it is much better off in the long term as far as acceptance goes than somebody who says to themselves something like, oh my God, this means something's wrong, and oh my God, the work is not supposed to feel this intense, oh my God, yada, yada, yada. So because when I hear live your life, if you're still worrying while living your life, then it won't work. Well, that's why I got two keys, right? Live your life and stop fighting mentally with your thoughts and feelings. That's exactly why we got two keys, not just one. Two keys for a reason, right? And you just said exactly why we have two keys. So again, guys, as someone who expects it and understands that this work is supposed to feel like that, and you're supposed to have those thoughts, you're supposed to have those feelings, they're going to have a much better time with acceptance as opposed to someone who comes into it thinking, oh, this is supposed to be a piece of cake. Right. So that was the title, and that was the point. Sorry, that was the point of today's stream. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please leave a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Remember, that feeling is healing. You need it, right? That feeling is healing. That's a part of expecting it. This feeling is healing instead of viewing it as this awful thing. I know it's intense. I know it's very uncomfortable. But instead of viewing it in the second fear way, you need to remind yourself, I expected this. And this feeling is healing. Now, that's the attitude you must adopt, right? If you're going to make some more progress, okay, you guys? So practice that. Practice getting into that attitude of, you know, when these feelings are here, when these thoughts are here, I expected this, I need this, this feeling is healing, okay? I love you guys oh so much. Thank you for watching today's stream. I really appreciate it. Again, if you did enjoy it, please leave a thumbs up. I'm going to head into the comments now. We're going to dig through some of these comments, see what's going on here. It's been a while, but I do remember getting that sensation, guys. What's up, Eclipse? At this point, I have very mild anxiety. At what point am I healed or no, I am healed? The moment you say you have very mild anxiety, okay, well, the moment you truly can say that you're no longer worried about it, and you've just got that attitude of that's okay and I'm working on that being okay, then we can call you healed right there, right? The benefits of that will come later on, whenever, right? But I would say that the moment someone is healed is the moment they stop giving so much credit to the thoughts and feelings because they've adopted an accepting attitude. That's what I would say. Now, the benefits of that will, of course, come as time goes on. Hello from Portugal. Thanks for all. No problem, dude. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. I know I missed a comment from Eclipse. Nerves on fire. Question, like, do you feel a burning sensation, right? I usually feel it on my upper back. It's been a while since I felt that, but I do remember it. Yes, that is a common symptom. Wonder Bro, very true. The hotter the burn, the more practice I get. Absolutely. It's all about that perspective shift between first fear and second fear. I love it, Luis. You nailed it, dude. Let's see. Yeah, just leave it all alone because you expected it, right? You know that it's okay if those feelings are there. You know it's okay if those thoughts are there, right, Kay? Can feel like mood swings, yeah. Go from accepting to back to sort of bad habits of second fear. Yeah, there's a bit of tug of war there. Tug of war. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. Recovery starts when you say, fuck it, feel however I feel, but I'm going to live again. That's when everything changes. Please start loving life again. Even if it feels scary, Wonder Bro says it best in previous streams. Yes, sir. It starts with that attitude shift, right? That attitude shift that it's okay if those thoughts are there. It's okay if those feelings are there. You know it's supposed to be intense, and it's okay if they're intense, right? It starts with that attitude shift. So thank you for that comment, Albert. Very, very true. Very, very true. Yes. So we got to work on the attitude, man. And, you know, you can call it the accepting inner voice. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But we want to work on that attitude. We want to work on that attitude towards these thoughts and feelings, right? Want to work on that attitude. I expected this. I expected my mind to be sticky, to have intrusive thoughts. I expected the feelings to be here. It's okay because this feeling is healing and I'm working with it, not against it, right? That's the winning attitude. And if you're not working on building that winning attitude, then you need to cut the negative, shitty mental habits that you've got, right? And that's what the practice is all about. Anybody can do it. You're all absolutely capable of it. You're all absolutely capable of it, but it does take time. It does take practice. So we definitely got to work on the shitty attitude and replace that with more of the accepting attitude. I expected these thoughts to be here. I expected these feelings to be here. It's supposed to feel like this. This is supposed to happen. That's okay. I'm working with it, not against it. That is the winning attitude. And if you're not working on that accepting winning attitude, or maybe you want to call it the accepting inner voice, if you're not working on that and you've still got that, oh my God, this is a problem sort of attitude, we really got to get to work. We got to get to work, right? I think my biggest setback is thinking that reprogramming my mind, sensitized nerves can be resolved in 2 to 3 weeks. I told myself it'll take a year, just be patient. Yeah, we don't know how long it'll take, right? We don't know how long it'll take for you to get into these new habits and to work with it and to heal those nerves and to build these better habits. We don't know, and that's okay. We don't have to know. As long as you're doing it, doesn't matter. You'll get those results. You'll get that relief. As long as you are practicing this accepting inner voice, this accepting attitude. It's very difficult. All the symptoms you mentioned are very common symptoms. So again, it's going to come down to attitude. You can't be okay with it as long as you're telling yourself that. You can't be okay with it if you're not working on building the new attitude, which means telling yourself the right things, which means telling yourself, you know what, I'm going to work with these feelings, not against them. You know what, it's okay if these feelings are that intense. It's okay. I'm working with them, not against them. You know, you can't be okay with it if you're not working on the accepting attitude. You can't. And to work on the accepting attitude takes dedication. It takes takes telling yourself these right things, and by right things, I mean accepting things and continuing on with your life. The two keys, right? Getting into that accepting attitude, that accepting perspective, instead of trying to treat everything like a problem. So to answer your question, you can't be okay with those things unless you start to work on being okay with those things. And that's going to come down, again, to your attitude, or maybe you want to call it the accepting inner voice. It doesn't matter. So yeah, you got to work on it if you ever want to be okay with those things. Got to work on it if you ever want to be okay with those things. Wonder Bro, what's up, Donkey? What's up, man? What's up? How you doing, Donkey? Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. Yeah, guys, so if you have any questions, now is your time to ask them. We are on a 6-day streak. Link is in the description if you'd like to support the stream. Other than that, I think we're caught up on questions. Check me out on the TikToks, Vacate Fear. We do a lot of good videos over there, so check me out over there as well. Beast did it today. Wonder Bro, I was having very fucked up anxiety symptoms. Thought as I went outside and continued leveling out my yard, allowed the thoughts to swirl while I listened to music and work. I love it, gamer. It's all about that attitude, dude. It's all about that attitude. Nobody's coming to save you, right? You gotta work on your own attitude. Nobody can get into your head and fix your attitude, right? Which is why a lot of people watch the streams, read books, and watch the streams and videos, right? But it's not quite getting there. It's because you got to dig deep and change your attitude. It's going to come down to what you tell yourself, and that's not going to make the symptoms or thoughts feel any better in the moment, but it's going to change the core problem, which is your negative second fear attitude, the things that you tell yourself. So we want to work on that. We want to change the perspective to, I expected this, I'm going to work with it, not against it. It's supposed to feel like this, and that's okay. I'm working with it, right? So nobody can get into your head and change your attitude, which is why people binge watch videos and read books constantly. But if they're not working on changing their own attitude, nothing will change, right? The attitude will remain the same. It will not change. You have to change your own attitude. That's going to come down to a daily practice. You're going to get there, man. You're going to get there, but you got to put in that work. 2 keys, right? Accepting inner voice, live your life. Feels like a roller coaster. It can sometimes. It absolutely can. And guess what? You expected that, so you can accept that. I got anxiety from smoking some bad weed, which gave me an out-of-body experience. So when I get super sensitive, reality feels like I'm going back into that out-of-body shit and sends me back into worry. So that's a hurdle for you, and we need to work on your attitude towards that. Having longer moments of normal now in which I forget anxiety even exists. Not fully there, but so close. Acceptance does take practice. I still catch myself falling into negative habits occasionally. Olivia, thank you for the amazing update. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thumbs up, Olivia. Continue doing it, man. Continue doing it. Congratulations. Keep working on it. Yes, old habits die hard. How many people have heard that saying? It's very, very true. Old habits die hard. Donation link says something went wrong all the time. It could be the username. The username on the donation link's a little weird. You have to type in a username that is no spaces. I believe you can't have spaces, and I think that's the only thing. A lot of people try to put spaces when they try to tip the stream, and it won't work that way. So just pick some boring username that is no spaces, and you should be good to go. I don't know. If the actual donation link is broken, that would be very sad. I don't know what's happening there. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not. By reminding yourself that anxiety can't hurt you, then accepting, even welcoming the feelings, carry on with your day. I love the tips, Donkey. I love it. I found love, and it wasn't how I thought it would feel. What's up, Doodle? You want to elaborate? Care to elaborate? He was working on my neighbor's house, and I approached him to talk, and when I got the thought of having a panic attack, I put my focus back onto what he was saying and didn't even get a panic attack. I love it, dude. Love it. Love it, love it. It's all about attitude. It's all about attitude. All about attitude. And you're not going to start with a ton of confidence or strength or any of that crap. You don't have to start with that, but you got to start working on your attitude, whether you have a ton of confidence or not. Doesn't matter. You got to start working on it. Just typed in Cassie as the name, no spaces or anything. Tried 3 times. Oh God, I hope the tip link is not broken for everybody. That would be unfortunate. Let me see. I mean, I guess there's really no way that I can check it, but yeah, I guess there's really no way I can check it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It's weird. It's a thought that counts. Thank you, though. Thank you for thinking of supporting the stream. I really appreciate it. So easy to get in this cycle, but so hard to get out. So fucked up. Gotta love some anxiety. One day at a time, dude. One day at a time. I also drove around for half an hour last night for the first time in a while. Didn't panic then either. That's great. And if you did have panic feelings come on, you would know exactly what to do with them. It's that, oh no, not this. This isn't right. Kind of thinking that is hard to change as you're so used to labeling anxiety as this big awful thing. Olivia, you're 100% correct, and that's exactly what you're working on changing. So, and it seems like you've been doing that, and you're reaping the rewards. It takes time, right? It takes time, but congrats, and yeah, congratulations. Keep doing that. Not even able to work right now. My husband has to stay with me to help me with my 3-year-old. I can't wait for the day I can be independent again, and it's coming, right? It's coming. Hey. So the link does work. Thank you so much for the $10 tip, man. I want to say I want to say your name, but I'm afraid I'm going to butcher it as usual. Says thanks for everything. You're helping me a lot. I really appreciate the $10 tip, dude. Can we show some love in the chat? First tip of the stream. Spam those purple hearts for our tippers, man. Really appreciate it, guys. We got Kate in the house. Thank you again, dude. So much for the $10 tip. Thank you for supporting the streams and what I do. Just want to remind everyone that the thoughts and symptoms you are experiencing are only temporary. You don't have to accept that you'll feel like this forever. Accept it for now. Accept it right. Accept this moment, right, Kate? That's a good way to look at it. Accept this moment. Hell yeah, Albert. It doesn't feel like I'm getting better, but I actually am. Absolutely, dude. It won't feel like it, right? It won't feel like it. It's not a fun practice, so it probably won't feel like it, but you know that as you are no longer labeling these thoughts and feelings as bad things, that you are getting closer. So how about when you feel oddly calm after a huge panic attack, and then you get anxiety over feeling so calm, and it tenses up into another panic attack, and then after that it's very calm feeling. Again, it's all about your perspective. It's all about the way that you're labeling these thoughts and feelings. You still look at them as a monster. Let's face it. Let's be honest here. You still look at them as a monster, right? And until that changes, until you start to work on what you tell yourself about these thoughts and feelings, like this stream right here, I expected this, it's supposed to feel this way, so forth and so on. Until you work on that, you'll always be the victim of this imaginary monster that you have labeled and named anxiety, right? So I hope that helps, Cassie. Thank you for the purple hearts, Jay. Appreciate it. I remember accepting second to second, lots of reminders. Yes, yes, yes. Especially during some of those early stages, or maybe not even early stages, but during some of those rougher days. Always reminding yourself of the right thing and taking it a moment at a time, right? Always reminding yourself of the right thing, the accepting things, instead of going down the negative labels and taking it that one moment at a time and getting on with the day. The two keys right there working together. Perfect. Live your life. Accepting inner voice. You ready for this one, Underbro? This is a big one. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I got my first relationship of my life, and I based my life around if I find love, I'll be happy, and it'll feel magical. But now that I found it, it's not what it seems, and now I'm depressed because I feel like my life is over since I hit the peak I thought life was. Okay, so we need to work on what you think the peak of life is. The peak of life is each and every day what you're telling yourself, right? So if you've been telling yourself, oh, when I find love, everything will be magical and happy, and now you found it and you realize that's not the case, right? Donkey, thank you so much, dude. I'll read that in just a second. So you have told yourself over and over, when I find love, I'll be magically happy, right, all the time. And that's not the case, because that's not reality. So again, it's not reality that has fucked you up. It's what you've told yourself that has fucked you up. But guess what? You can change what you tell yourself. Guess what? You can have a different inner voice. Guess what? You can view your thoughts and feelings in a different way. So this is actually good news, because now we can get to the core of your problems, right? So there you go. All right, guys, give me just a second. Sorry, I had to get that. Let's see. So Donkey, thank you so much, dude. Says, hey, anxiety, you are kind of cute. Come over and give us a big hug. Donkey, thank you so much for the 5. Hey, okay, I don't recognize. Let me see here. I don't recognize that username. Oh, wait a minute. Trying Cass. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, I think I understand. Thank you so much for the 10. Let's see. That takes us to 25. We've almost knocked that out already. Thank you guys so much. Show some love in the chat. Purple hearts, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here to tell you it does get better, much better. Yes, Kate, thank you for the positivity. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Donkey. Thank you, Cass. It finally went through for you. I'm sorry it gave you so much trouble. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm glad it finally went through. Thank you so much for the support. So 10 from Cass, 10 from Donkey, and we got another 10, so that takes us to 25. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. At least I think that's Cassie. I don't know. I think that is. Hey, broski, what's up? Kesh, what is up? Let's get us some music going again, shall we? But yes, thank you guys. We are at 25. Thank you so much. Anyone else get sticky, intrusive thoughts about existence and unreality? Very common theme, very common theme. Excuse me. That's the symptom that seems to catch me and make me think I'm losing my mind. And that's the one. So that tells us that that's the one that we need to change our perspective to the most. There you go. Different triggers for different people, but it's all the same. That's the thing. Different triggers for different people, but it's all the same solution. So there you go. Acceptance with glitching tech. Yeah, apparently. You got it to work though. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry it gave you so much trouble. I'm glad the link sorted itself out. I'm okay now. You don't want to know how fucked up my mind has got with the existential and unreality shit. I'm okay now. You'll get past it, but man, that shit is nuts. It's just like any other trigger, though. I want to make that well known. It's just like any other trigger, right? We approach it the same way. Thanks so much. I have such bad ROCD, relationship OCD, on top of these thoughts, and my relationship caused depression because I'm realizing reality wasn't what I thought, making me think life is boring. But guess what? You're in charge of what you tell yourself, which means you're in charge of your quote-unquote reality. So that's the good news. And guess what? You can start working on that today. It's not going to feel good. It's not always going to feel good. Change does not necessarily feel good in the moment, but it leads to good things. So again, the practice is not a walk in the park, but it does lead to better things. So it's in your hands, man. It's in your hands. You just have to utilize it, right? Please stream always at this time. Well, Philip, I will probably not, but I will keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. So please always stream at this time for you, Philip. I will probably not do that, but I'll try to keep that in mind moving forward. I'll be honest with you. I don't have a set schedule, so I don't know if I'll always be able to stream at this time for you, but I do appreciate that you're enjoying the streams, and I will do my best to always do these daily streams. We have been doing some videos here and there on the days that we don't stream. People seem to be enjoying those, so I heard a weird sticky thought last night, and it kept going. It was intense. I had some thought that would come and go, but that one was a doozy. Yeah, some of them just really set your nerves off. I mean, they do. Some of them just really trigger you, and that's okay, because if your attitude is, you know what, this it's not fun, it kind of sucks, it sucks, but I expected this and I can work with this, right? And it's supposed to feel this way. It's not a problem that it feels this way. If you're working on that attitude, it doesn't matter how much of a doozy it is, right? Read the big one I was telling you about. Is there a big one? Did I miss a big one somewhere? Did I miss a big one? Let me see. I don't think I missed anything. Or maybe I did. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. If you're even talking about a comment, gamer, I'm not sure. What's up, Sky? Have you ever dealt with relationship OCD? I think anyone who's sensitized has intrusive thoughts about just about everything, and probably at some point or another, relationships as well. So so yeah, it's just a different form. It's just a different form of what you're already dealing with, because intrusive thoughts come in many different forms. Viola! Hey, Chris and Chad. I've been doing so well in recovery. My son has had anxiety in the past, and I've been able to get him through it. However, he smoked some weed and has set off his anxiety. Gotcha. Definitely not the first person to do that, right? It's very common that people smoke some weed and they experience feelings they've never experienced before, and they start to overthink them, and now they've thrown themselves into some anxiety. The same advice will apply, because that's literally all that's happened, right? They smoked some weed, got some feelings they weren't used to, and it's thrown them into a cycle of negative thinking, and that can be corrected, right? He is going to be okay. Yep. When you throw yourself into the deepest fires and you push yourself super hard when having sensitivity to reality, it's okay to close your eyes and take a breath. Is that technically admitting defeat? As long as you're not up in your head running away with second fear and you're continuing forth, that is absolutely fine if you want to take a second just to take a deep breath, right? I watched all the death scenes from Terrifier 2 last night on YouTube. Only thing it did was give me some chest pressure, but didn't trigger me. Didn't think about it afterwards. Nice, dude. Obvious signs of improvement, right? But here's the thing. If it would have triggered you, you would know what to do, and that's what's most important. At the end of the day, that's what's most important. If it would have triggered you, you would have said, okay, I expected this. This is okay. I know what's going on here, right? Hopefully that's what you would have done. But I'm just making a point that it's great improvement. I'd love to see it. But if you are triggered, most importantly, you know what to do, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Yo, Wonder Bro, what's up? Sky, how you doing, man? Welcome. Thank you guys for all the support. Again, get some purple hearts in the chat. Thank you guys. Philip and Donkey and Cass, thank you guys so much for supporting the stream. We're on a 6-day streak. We are already halfway there. Thank you guys, man. I really appreciate it. It's all about that attitude, Jay. As long as you're working on the correct attitude, it technically doesn't matter what you're doing, big or small, as long as it's not compulsions, right? As long as it's not compulsions, man, I'm not picky on what people want to do as far as their behaviors are concerned. As long as it's not an anxiety compulsion and you're doing things for you and not to please the anxiety, then I don't care, right? So you definitely have some creative freedom here. You definitely have some creative freedom as far as your behaviors go. I'm telling you, man, adopt this I expected this attitude. That way you're not thrown off by it. That way you're not like, why is this happening? What can I do about this happening? It's a problem. Don't get into any of that. That's the second fear. Just stay in that. You know what? I expected this to happen, right? I expected this to happen. That way that way you're not sucked down into that rabbit hole of, oh my God, this is a problem, this is an issue. No, I expected this to trigger me, or I expected to be triggered, and that's okay. I'm working with this. You guys get what I'm getting at? Are you picking up what I'm putting down, chat? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Right? That's the attitude to have, man. That's the attitude to have. It's not a problem. I expected this. It's not a problem. I expected this. All right, guys, we might end this one a little bit early today. I do have some calls to do, man. If you're interested in the coaching, get up with me. We'll talk about one-on-ones. Other than that, I do kind of need to shut this one down a little bit early today. I had planned on just doing a video today, but here we are. I love the streams, love being able to interact with you guys. So, yeah, but I'm going to wind this one down early. Of course, on the days where we wind the streams down early, we do not worry about the typical, we're going to keep our 6-day streak because it's not your guys' fault that the stream ended early, right? So that's why we do it like that. So thank you guys, man. We are shutting this one down. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the support. Throw a thumbs up my way if you enjoyed this stream. Check me out on TikTok, Vacate Fear. It's supposed to be expected to go from having interest in hobbies in the world around you to having no interest. Exactly. It's supposed to be fight or flight, right? But yeah, man, I think that's everything for this one. Thank you for the support today, all the supporters out there. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon, okay? Of course, we've got an ad. We've got a stupid ad in our music right as we're ending the stream. I love you guys. I'll see you very soon, okay? Stay awesome.